Okay, so this fermented cashew cheese, it's a really easy recipe. I couldn't believe how easy this was, and it's so good. It's just starts with soaked cashews. So we did this recipe, like this calls for 3 cups of soaked cashews, and I just cut it down when I was experimenting. So 3 cups of cashews, 2/3 cup of Rejuvelac, or you can use distilled water. Do you guys know what, does everybody know what Rejuvelac is? Okay, it's this fermented drink from wheat berries, or you can use rye. And you basically take the wheat berries, it's like you're sprouting them, so you soak them in water overnight, you rinse them off, and then you let them kind of sprout, and then you add water to it and let it sit for a couple days. And it turns into like this fermented drink that's actually like a probiotic, and it's really good for you. I didn't get around to making the Rejuvelac, so I just experimented with using distilled water. Actually, I use reverse osmosis water, so just a good water, and it turned out fine. So if you feel like using Rejuvelac, you can do that too. And then you use 3 capsules of a probiotic. So I just got the kind that you could just twist it open, put the powder in, or you can buy it in a powder form like Britta had last time. So we soak the cashews, and the purpose of soaking the cashews is strictly for consistency. Just soak them probably overnight, and then they get really, really creamy. Blend them up with the water and the probiotic, and I'm not going to demonstrate that for you because I wanted to demonstrate the second part of it. Everything I'm making today has like various stages in it, so I have to just kind of pick and choose. But after it's been blended, it's just a really nice creamy texture. I mean, this is like cream cheese, and I actually put in a bit more water than what this calls for. So if you put in less water, it would even harden up more. But it's just kind of a really smooth cream cheese texture. And then what you do, this is kind of the tricky part, to ferment it. The easiest way to do it, I found, is to just take like a strainer like this and put it over a bowl. And I didn't bring the cheesecloth, but just put the cheesecloth in, and then put your cashew mixture in, wrap it up in the cheesecloth, and then put it in a warm place in your house. The recipe says like 14 to 16 hours, but I found that it needed longer than that. Because what you'll start to notice is that it will get, and maybe my house wasn't warm enough, that's the other thing. If you can get it into a really nice warm spot, maybe like 80 degrees or so, then it will probably ferment faster. But it'll start to kind of smell. And it's not a bad smell, but it's just kind of like a cheesy kind of smell. It really does kind of get this cheesy kind of smell. It's really weird. And then it kind of develops a crust on the top. And then that's when you know it's ready. Okay, so that's about where this stage was before I blended it all up again. And so once you get it at this stage, then you can just start experimenting with flavors and things. So that's where we're going to start today. Well, this one that I made already is the first. If you look down at the cheese flavorings, this is the first flavoring. And it's got nutritional yeast, onion powder, nutmeg, and salt. And then there's another one upstairs that I'll have Britta grab for us in a few minutes. And that one I did nutritional yeast, onion, lemon, garlic, salt, and then some herbs like dried basil and dried thyme. And that turned out really nice too. And then this third one we're going to do is with onion powder, lemon, nutritional yeast, sea salt, rosemary, and garlic. So, I mean, it's pretty simple, self-explanatory little thing. Okay. So we put in a tablespoon of nutritional yeast, and I'm going to put in a half of a lemon juice. Let me get the seeds out for you.
Here are the 3 cheeses.
Point of that.
Delicious, huh?
No vinegar.
No vinegar at all? So, now I can finish that. Okay, and then we're going to do a teaspoon of onion powder. And 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. a tablespoon of rosemary. I love rosemary and garlic stuff.
When I was in Northern California, I get so jealous because they have giant bushes of rosemary just growing along. Yeah, everywhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they just grow there.
So lucky. I planted a rosemary bush last year and it survived the winter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's cool. So I'll have some. And then we'll put 3/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder. And you can also use fresh garlic, which is really good. Okay. Hello. Hi, Sandy. How are you? It's okay. Okay, I'm just mixing all this up here.
Oh, no, it's so true.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's our rosemary cheese. This is good, you guys. I like it.
Do you want me to go get that one?
Yeah, let me grab that other one. So we'll have 3 kinds of cheeses you can taste. So you'll be able to see that I'm going to top this with some rosemary too. But when it first comes out, it's going to be a little bit soft. But then we're going to, once it sets it up in the fridge, it actually does turn into kind of not a hard cheese, but like definitely hard enough that you can slice it.
So these are the finished cheeses. There's rosemary.
What's the one that looks like the nuttiest version?
That's the one with
That's
the
sun-dried tomatoes.
Sun-dried tomatoes.
And what was the other one? Rosemary, sun-dried tomatoes.
And then
long sticks.
rosemary and garlic.
Yeah, the garlic and rosemary, then the sun-dried tomatoes, and then there was one more.
And then
And
this
then
one
that's
is
the kind of what, spicy?
the onion.
The spicy one. Okay, the onion spicy one. And these are just the yams cut up,
Yeah, there was one.
not dehydrated.
Yeah.
So I'm just making one for you too.
And here are our servers.
Request for